right, guys, welcome back. Another episode of the Coyote Football Stats Show. I am Phil Morgan.
I'm Blake Rundy, and our Coyotes continue to howl into the night.
They are howling like crazy.
Okay, we just did that. Hey,
Yeah,
look,
we
went up against Stephenville,
yeah.
a foe from last year, a former state champ. I think they've won 6 state titles before, so they come with some pedigree. Not the dog food kind either. They came with some pedigree, but we took the game 41-21.
41-21, and it was listen. What a fun way to end this game. It was started out a real back and forth kind of battle.
Sure, you did.
You know, and then by the end of the first half, it felt like we were rolling.
Yeah, I mean, it started out as
rolling.
a game of runs, right?
Yep.
Anna goes on that 10-0 run, goes up 10 points. Stephenville runs off 14 straight, and then we go off and run off 21 straight, and from there it's kind of like, smooth sailing.
Yeah, let's just be fair. Second half was all Coyotes.
Second half, the name of the game was just shorten it.
Yeah,
Play the clock, shorten the game. Let's move on.
Look, from the start, we talk about our coaches all the time and how much we really appreciate. And this is not a show where we second guess our coaches. It's not a show where we're going to talk bad about these guys. These guys and their staff, they sacrifice. They work hard to lead the young men that are on that team, not just on the field of battle, but in the field of life.
Sure.
And so you're never going to hear a disparaging word from us about these guys. But I will tell you, man, it was a masterclass coaching. In terms of clock management, in terms of just controlling the game, it was Coach Seth Parr's game. It was his game, man.
It was,
and he ran it like a champ.
And Coach Ramos had that defense ready and rolling as the centerpiece of that 21-point outburst that put it to 31-14 at the half. And the defense and the offense and Coach Ramos, Coach Parr, they got him ready.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why there was a light show going on.
Well, we didn't get lights to start.
Okay, well,
I mean, let's be fair. Like that was a bit hurtful for fans. I heard I was chief among them. I was not having it. I turned to look at somebody in the stands. I'm like, nice neutral location.
But hey, then they realized, you know what? Anna's just going to keep lighting the night sky up, and so let's turn it into a party, and a party it became.
It did, man.
And celebrating our way into the state semifinal.
State semifinal. Say it again.
State semifinal.
I like the way that sounds.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
It doesn't sound enough, though. It's not quite enough.
No, it doesn't sound like enough. But you know what else sounds good?
What's that?
Liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing.
Do it.
And ding. Turning on the notifications. Listen,
if I can howl, you can ding.
Yes. If you're going to howl, I'm going to ding. Hey, all of that, guys, helps us make sure that this has as big of a reach as possible.
Yeah.
So that these boys get celebrated and shouted out. And it's cool seeing some of these guys chop these clips up and put it out on Twitter and tagging their recruiting services, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, hey, look at this. Look what's going on, raising awareness. And that's what all of this is about.
And we're hoping to do maybe some little extracurriculars here outside the season. I'm not going to say anything else. I don't know how we're going to feel once the season's all wrapped up. I just know that we've got some ideas to kind of keep the channel having some relevancy for a little bit after the season. So, like, subscribe, and what?
Go Coyotes.
No, click that bell, baby. Get them notifications. Come on now.
I knew what you wanted. I didn't want to give it to you.
You didn't give it to me, so now I got to put the ding in 2 places. Anyway, we've got a lot to cover today. We had an incredible game, so let's jump right into our offense.
Well, here he is. This is our guy.
Yeah.
Not Williamson. Zy Williams. You know how many times I heard Williamson on the commentary, things like that.
Like, what is going on, man?
Right? You hear it like from the announcers and stuff, and so I guess we'll just roll with it. Williamson, Williams, Zy, Zyandre. The man doesn't care what you call him. Because his name is shining bright in lights in the biggest moments in the playoffs.
They just keep putting a W next to his name. That's all that matters.
Right. I love it. Zy, you had a huge game.
Yes, sir.
We had to go in and do some we pulled offensive stats from Dallas Morning News.
Yep.
And we had to do some reclassifications of numbers there.
Yeah, we didn't like their numbers.
Because of how a play actually did happen.
Yep.
And so Zy, here's where we calculated you at. 14 for 22. For 227 yards passing.
Yes, sir.
That's 63.6% completion percentage.
So close.
Three touchdowns.
Yes.
And
get it. This is a great number.
We went and calculated this stat. We went and used a couple different websites and corroborated. Word of the podcast.
Okay,
corroborated. A 137.7 QB rating. We thought 129 last week was good, and Zai said, "Hang on."
He's like, "Let me not throw a pick this week and see what happens."
He said, "Hang on,"
and that's what happens.
This is what I got. So all that's going to get you 2 stickers, brother.
Yeah.
You also added 11 carries for 46 yards. It almost seems criminal that that's 2 stickers, but once again, the defense is just giving you short fields, and you're like, okay, we'll take it. We'll take this 23-yard drive. We'll take this 15-yard drive. We'll go score, and we'll do our thing. And so Zai continues to ball out, bigger and bigger and bigger. The lights get brighter, and Zai is shining like a star.
Both elements of his game. He had 46 yards rushing on top of everything else,
yes,
and
it
was it's that exact that needs to happen, right? That rush keeps people honest.
Mm-hmm.
It keeps defenses honest. They can't just go man to man because they've got to account, right? They can't go dropping deep, and they've got to always have a spy. They've always got to have somebody accounting for Zai because if you don't, he's going to double those yards, and he's going to put touchdowns on top of it. And
there was a play where Stephenville tried to do just that. They dropped. It was like 7 or 8 in coverage, only rushed 3, and our response was to have Zai just get a 20-yard run.
Yeah,
just rip off kind of like a 20-yard run,
a tiny little run.
It's like, hey, we're just going to move on with life, like 20-yard gain, and we're going to keep it pushing.
Yep,
and that's what we did.
What a great game!
Kept it pushing into the end zone,
all the way to the end zone, all the way into what I like to call Emers land.
Emers land.
Yeah, Emers land.
I like it.
Emers has been dominating the end zone lately. I mean, just incredible games. But we're not here. We're not there yet. We're not.
But this other guy that you're about to talk about has also been dominating the end zone.
Incredible games, back to back to back to back. Like these last 4 games have been. We keep saying this. It's not fair to keep saying this. These guys are all playing some of the best football
they are
of the year for sure right now. And Edward Chumley, number 1, is absolutely no exception to that.
His best 3 games of the year have been these 3 playoff games because he sat out the Wilmer Hutchins game.
That's right.
His best 3 games of the year have, in my mind, without a doubt, been the 3 playoff games.
He's just running with such strength, like so hard. There's first contact is no big deal. Like first contact is just. Who cares? He's just going to keep grinding, lower the shoulder, and push. It just is. It's fun to watch him run. It is a lot of fun to watch him run.
It is.
So for he had 16 carries, 102 yards.
Come on now, chum.
Just gets over that threshold. Gets that 100-yard game. Come on, man. Get it. Get you some.
Yes,
right?
Sir.
6.4 yards per carry, which is
pretty good, bro.
Not bad at all, man. Not bad at all. Added a couple receptions, 3 to be exact, for about 37 yards. And Chumley had himself a game.
Yeah.
Had himself.
He got 1 in the end zone, right? I think you said that. I guess my question really, though, is, Chumley, why'd you have a off game?
I mean, it's a little low yardage-wise, isn't it?
A little low touchdown-wise. A
little disappointed, Chum. I mean, come on.
I can't figure out what's going on, brother. Something wrong? Right? Like
only us, Chumley. Only these 2 bald-headed dudes are going to be disappointed in a 102-yard game.
No, we couldn't be more proud. We just
absolutely, man.
Chumley. We love to mess with you. We love to give you a hard time because it really truly is. He stepped up his game.
4 stickers, by the way, for that performance.
2 stickers.
No, 2. That's right.
Two stickers. 2 stickers. You jumped ahead.
I wrote it down wrong.
Oh, okay.
I wrote it down wrong.
Well, see, I was trying to cover for you. He jumped ahead, 16 for 102, a touchdown.
In case y'all don't know, I make mistakes.
Me too. Me too. But hey, our offense has not been making many mistakes.
No, man.
And you know who's been on point all playoffs? You mentioned him earlier, Mr. Emers.
Got a whole new nation named after him.
Number 11. Like normally we talk about Revis Island. We talk about cornerbacks putting people on their island, but Emers has just been torturing secondaries these playoffs. I mean, it's been phenomenal because he has truly stepped up his game.
Another dude with the contact. He doesn't mind the contact. He's going to fight through contact. It's fun to watch.
He invites it.
Yeah.
He doesn't mind it. That ball goes up, and he doesn't mind the contact coming. He doesn't mind going into a jump ball situation because, like we've mentioned it before, he just goes back to his basketball game. And he's used to that contact, and it's not going to bother him. He's going to elevate and do what he needs to do. And
I'll just
elevated.
say it. I'll just say it.
Say it.
He's a better player when it gets physical.
He's a better player when it gets physical.
Because he won't be punked. He's not gonna let somebody get the better part of him. That's just his mentality.
No,
and so when somebody gets physical, he will finish. Like he'll finish a play with the kind of determination and strength that leaves him with these stats.
Yes,
it's fun, man.
And
fun to watch.
He's one of those dudes where you start trash talking him and it flips on a switch. He becomes like that Kevin Garnett, that Michael Jordan, where it's just like the switch flips.
Yep.
And he's like, okay, you're gonna talk.
All
right. I'm gonna finish it, but I'm gonna finish it with my play. And he finished it by going for 5 for 105 in the air, 2 touchdowns, a 21 average yard per reception with a long of 44. And so the recalculation we had to do was on that little like Emers comes on a jet sweep of sorts, but Zai doesn't hand it to him. Zai kind of tosses it in front to him. Yep. So technically that goes as a reception.
Technically that's a pass.
And so that put you over 100 yards, Emers.
Yes, sir.
So you got 4 stickers on the day with 5 receptions. The 105 yards is a sticker. The 2 tutties. By the way, that was it. That first tutty was the one-handed one.
Oh, sick!
That was phenomenal.
Up the sideline again. I can't remember the exact route. I went back and watched a little bit the game again, and it's just the concentration and finish on plays like that. These last 2 games have been second to none.
Well, and
second to none.
The corner tries to clamp down on his arm a little bit, and they're kind of arm fighting, jostling, going back and forth, and Emers just sticks out his left hand, non-dominant hand, sticks out his left hand, brings it in, and he's in the house, and he gives a little eyeball to the corner after that. Like, what were you thinking of doing?
A little. Well, this video is playing over us right now. I promise you that. and you'll see that he gives him a little bit more than an eyeball. There's a shove that says, "Get off me."
A little bit more than
it says, "Get off me." Keep your hands to yourself. You cannot cover me. I am Jacob Emers, number 11. Remember my name.
And remember his name. They did.
Woof.
21-yard average. I mean, like this dude balled out. Like I could keep talking about him.
I know.
But he's not our only receiver that showed up.
Nope.
We had another senior receiver show up.
I'm really glad for this one. This is so much fun. Sean Steen's number 2 has been working so hard all year. Right?
He took a giant leap forward from last year. He was good last year, and he's never
been in a position where he's not been good.
Yes,
right. It's just I think sometimes the other guys are making plays, and for the life of me, I couldn't figure it out. And honestly, it's just everybody has a role to play on a team.
Yeah.
And if Sean wasn't where he was and doing the things he does, other guys around him wouldn't succeed either. Sean is a selfless player. He's blocking downfield. He's doing the things that he needs to do to help his teammates get into the end zone, and he does it pretty well. Like if you watch plays and you see him taking care of business, once that ball's been received or once that ball's on the ground, he will block downfield. He is selfless that way.
So what you're saying is he's taking care of business.
He's taking care of business,
and he's working overtime.
Oh gosh, oh man! Look, you keep quoting songs that no one else is going to know. Parents might know. The kids won't know. They're not going to know that one.
Go listen to it. It's a good
song.
But
listen, he was 3 for 31.
Yeah, he was.
So he averaged over 10 yards per catch there.
Yeah.
He had a touchdown on the day. It was so much fun to watch this touchdown.
That was a tough touchdown, too.
What a run, man.
That was
after
tough.
catch. The yards after catch were amazing. He had to have bounced off 4 guys.
Easily. 2 at once.
Yeah, two hit him at the same time, and he shucked that off and came around to the outside and had another guy try to arm tackle him.
Sure.
Okay.
I guess.
Whatever. And then waltzes into the end zone. Fun run. Sean, incredible game, man. You deserve the sticker on the board for that touchdown. You fight hard every single game. It's a pleasure to watch you, man. You're up there. You're on the helmet, my man.
He's up there. So it was fun. I went back and watched the Stephenville broadcast on NFHS just to kind of watch some of this stuff going on. And it was fun to hear them and listen to them talk about that play with Steens. And they're like, I don't know how we got out of there. It must have been one Stephenville player tackling their own teammate off of the original tackle. And I'm like, no, that's just Sean Steens never giving up on a play.
Yep.
Never giving up on a ball, always finishing routes, always running hard. But hey, look, we've got a couple of team stickers to give out.
We got to give them.
The first one for offense is, look, they protected the rock.
Yeah, they did.
They gave Stephenville no extra opportunities. Our offense did not turn the ball over, did not fumble it, did not throw an interception. I don't think we put it on the ground once even.
Now, some of you might be saying, no, we did. We had 2 turnovers. No, technically, we talked about it. Those aren't, if you don't have to possess the ball, it's not a turnover. So come at us.
Yeah, well,
come at us.
And also, that wasn't our offense.
Yeah, and it wasn't the offense either. So I think overall, this is why we give the Protect the Rock sticker this week, because it wasn't the offense. And, the guys played a really good game.
When we got the ball, we kept it clean, and the drive was going to, more often than not, finish in points.
Without a doubt.
And so they protected the rock. That's a big one, but that's not the only one.
But they gained the edge too.
Yes.
The turnover battle is always key. Winning the turnover battle is an absolute necessity. In fact, so when you don't have any turnovers, it's a little easier to win the battle.
But you still got to cause them.
But if you get just one, but we didn't get just one.
No.
It's like
Did
Pringles.
we get 2?
It was like Pringles. You can't just have one. Or is that Lay's potato chips?
Once you pop, you can't stop.
Once you pop, you can't stop.
It's Pringles.
It's
I bet
Pringles.
you can't just have one.
That's it. So you can't just have one. We didn't have just one.
2?
Nope.
3.
No, see, you are drastically underestimating our team.
4 then.
5 total turnovers.
Come on
my
now.
man. 5. Come on. That's this many. In case you're keeping
it's a
track
whole hand
at home.
I cannot count higher than one hand. I also can't speak, so here we are.
Oh, 5 of them.
That's incredible.
So they got the gain the edge sticker that goes up, and just a fun offensive game. You look back on this one, there's gonna be a lot of highlight moments, and and we can thank some of our offense for that for sure.
Yeah. So 5 turnovers. That was 3 fumbles and 2 picks.
2 picks.
That's crazy. I was looking down at our little stat sheet that we grabbed down here. That's an incredible day, right? Gaining the edge, protecting the rock, our offensive players showing up.
And now we got to talk about our defense, guys.
But before we get to defense, let's hear a word from our sponsor.
Let's get that.
Well, here he is. We're going to talk about him. The human missile.
Start off defense with him every week.
The torpedo, number 3, Grant Cerveny. Hey, listen, he had 3 tackles on the day. He decided that he was going to spread the love a little bit. We talked about how he was hogging all of the tackles the week before. So he said, you know what?
Don't listen to us anymore.
He said, you know what, Blake, Phil, I'm going to spread it out. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a sticker for a pass breakup. And it seems like a ho-hum day, but like Grant is a force on our defense.
Yeah.
And it's amazing to see him continue to show up in our stat lines and get stickers in so many different ways throughout the season. And it never feels like he never has the same game twice, and he's always doing different things that we need that week. And this week, we needed Grant to get just a few tackles, but to get a key pass breakup to help give our defense some momentum.
Mm-hmm.
And he did just that.
Yep, that's why he's on the board.
Yes, sir.
He gets himself a sticker.
Yeah, he does.
And he'll be joined by number 5. Mason Davis. I love it, man. I'm so happy for this kid. What an incredible night.
Big day for him.
Huge day. 2 tackles, a pass breakup. He had an interception.
Yeah.
And a TD.
Pick 6.
Pick 6, baby. Come on, man. That was so fun. I mean, it was at a point in the game where he knew, I think everybody knew they were against the ropes. They had to throw. They were from their own end zone, and he just cuts the route.
Yeah, it was 34-21 with just a few minutes left.
He jumps the route, and it was easy. I mean, he could have walked in.
He walked in like Deion Sanders prime time, just high stepping. He wasn't actually at that high stepping, but
he was having fun.
I think the thing I loved the most was that was very much a Mason Davis celebration.
Oh yeah.
Afterwards.
Oh yeah.
It was just his swag, his personality, his demeanor.
Yeah.
Fully Mason Davis, and you earned that moment.
Yeah, man. Three stickers for you, man, on the helmet. I've talked about you before. I think you're a kid with exceptional character, and an incredible quality human being. And from the first time I met you to this very day, man, I'll hold that opinion for sure. And it's so great when you get the opportunity to shine in a game like this. And you took your moment, and now you're on the helmet. There you go, man. 3 stickers just for you. Number 5, Mason Davis,
making his own island
That's
on
right.
Friday night. Hey, I get to talk about him. It's the man.
Oof, the myth.
The legend.
Man.
Number 7, Grayson Stewart has no chill.
None.
No chill whatsoever. So I was telling you this to you pre-show, and I'm just going to say it on the air. Grayson, you've taken your game to levels I didn't know you still had remaining in you. You were already playing at such a high level all season long, and you have elevated it each round of the playoffs. I didn't know each new level to your game was coming, but it's arrived, and it is so much fun to watch and so scary for the other team.
What else can this kid do? I mean, what can't he do? I don't think there's a single thing the coach could ask him that he couldn't do or wouldn't try to do at least.
He would do anything.
He's all over the field, man. I mean, there is nothing he won't do for this team.
He'd do anything for state except for that.
Stop with the song lyrics.
He's going to get six stickers on the day. 12 tackles.
6 stickers. He's our number 1 sticker getter, isn't he?
He is.
Okay.
He is.
Yeah.
Six stickers, 12 tackles, which is phenomenal.
Yep.
2 tackles for a loss. He had a sack, 3 hurries.
Anything else?
He forced a fumble.
Oh, yes, of course. And
he recovered a fumble.
There we go.
6 stickers. Like, this is what I'm talking about.
Everywhere.
He has elevated himself to the point where he is now number 45 in the state of Texas in total tackles. Not in 4A, not in our region, in the entire state. He is number 45
Grayson,
in the state of Texas in tackles.
Yes,
to anyone that may be watching this video, come offer this man. You will have an absolute animal.
Yeah,
he can long snap. Everybody needs long snappers. He can long snap.
Bro, can we talk about that play?
Go ahead. You want to talk about it right here?
Are we talking about it later?
We can mention it later, but you want to mention it now with him anyways?
I mean, just know the boy's long snapping. Like, for everything else he does, he's also long snapping.
He's long snapping. He's holding down the middle of our defense. There was a comment on the broadcast last week by the broadcast team that was doing it that was like, hey, I'd recommend not going over the middle because Grayson Stewart will be there. And I kind of Grayson tweeted that with the quote, and I retweeted it with, what can't he do?
Right.
Like you can't go anywhere without this man being there, and this stat line proves it. You can't go anywhere without this man being there. You don't get to number 45 in the entire state of Texas in tackles if you're not everywhere on the football field.
Right.
Grayson Stewart is everywhere on the football field. He's everywhere you'd want to be.
Keep doing it. I'm not adding anything else to this.
You don't have to add anything else. I just want to see how many people are going to catch my ridiculous references.
If you know his references, go ahead and make a comment about whichever song he's quoting and what other references he's making. Bro, he had 6 stickers on the board this week.
Yeah.
6 stickers. Grayson, again, incredible game, man. I'm going to talk about number 9, though.
Yeah, you are.
2 numbers away. Number 9, BJ. Mr. Brandon Green Jr. What do we call him? The Hammer! Don't do it. Don't do it. I know you were going there. 5 tackles, a tackle for loss in this game. But listen, stat line, we talk about this occasionally where guys who are, they don't, the numbers don't seem to feel like they add up to much. But man, this dude was everywhere on the field. Like everywhere. You have to account for him, and that's the thing. He's a disruptor. He's like one of the other guys we're going to talk about later. But man, he's going to wreak havoc. And anywhere he goes, he's going to wreak havoc.
Yeah.
And because you have to account for him that way, it frees up other people to do exceptional things.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's him.
It's always him.
Yeah, but
so his tackle for a loss came in the first half. They ran a read option play, and
they kept trying that option. He
not only took away the read, he also took away the quarterback option, and he looked at the O-lineman and he said, "Can't touch this."
Yeah, he took out that dude. That was brutal, and I loved it. I mean, when I say it was brutal, it made me smile. It was such a great hit, and they kept trying that play, that option play, over and over and over, man, and it just didn't work. And BJ, you're a big reason why. I mean, not only that, but a run stuffer for sure. Every time they tried to run up the middle, you were always a part of something. And it was something to watch, man. You got your number 9. It's on the helmet, bud. That's there for you.
Number 9 is up there, but hey, not to be outdone. Number 15, Jameson Adams comes in. Once again, he's 3rd on our team in tackles this week, getting double digits. He got 10 tackles, which is going to get him a sticker, and he also had a pass breakup, which is going to get him a second one. And I continue to be amazed at what our safety combination of Grant Cerveny and Jameson Adams do. And like he's another one.
Yep.
Jameson Adams, he punts for us. He's all over the field. He'll come in on offense. Like it is the epitome, and it feels like we've harped on it a lot, but because it's deservedly so.
Yeah.
Deservedly so. Jameson Adams had himself another great game with 10 tackles and a pass breakup.
I point to Jameson and Grant a lot. I've got a sophomore kid of my own, right? And he's not in the football program, But I talked
plays
to him.
some baseball.
He plays some baseball, and I talked to him a lot about having a winner mentality, right, and what it takes to be a winner. And I point to Grant and Jameson all the time.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm like, you could look. Don't look at the guys around you. Look at the seniors that are on this football team. Look at what they're doing. Grant and Jameson lead by example here. And a lot of them do, but we're talking about these two specifically right now.
Yeah.
They're also baseball guys, and so that's an easy no-brainer to get my kid to look there. But just to see the mentality that they take into each game, they're leading by example.
Right.
They're making sacrifices, and they're putting 100% max effort into everything they do.
Every single play.
It's
crazy. Another guy who's putting max effort in.
Come on now. Number 23, Nathan Nickerson, Mr. 1000-watt.
1000-watt.
Yes. What a game, man. What a game. I mean, not only did you get 6 tackles, you got a tackle for loss, fumble recovery. Like, it was just a game. I think you had 2. I'm just going to say it. I think that there was no whistle like that. You had that fumble recovery.
Oh, I know what
you were in the backfield, bro. You were nothing but touchdown. You were headed to Emers land, and they blew it dead. It was lame.
For the first time this season, forward progress got blown in one of our games.
Never had forward progress blown that early. But listen, Nathan, you had yourself a game, kid. You know our love and support for number 23. This game was no exception. You continue to demand teams double team you at least,
triple team.
And I'm so proud of the way that you handle business on that field. And I know I'm not alone. But we just can't say it enough. So 2 stickers are going to go on the board for you. Number 23, Mr. Nathan Nickerson.
2 stickers on the board for him. Hey, listen, once again, that BJ play that I mentioned earlier, the other guy meeting him in the backfield was that man right there, number 23, Nathan Nickerson. So that was such a fun play to watch and to kind of rewind and be like, I just saw this correctly, didn't I? And I did.
Yep.
And you guys are phenomenal. Hey, I'm going to talk about him.
Get it?
He's number 35.
The dude.
CJ Miller. Hey, 8 tackles on the night.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. 4th place on the team. He decided to share the love a little bit.
Yep.
He heard us talking about people hogging tackles, and he said, I'm going to share the love a little bit.
Yeah.
And he did that. Look, 8 tackles. You're going to get 3 total stickers for these next 3 plays. You had a tackle for a loss. You had a big pass breakup that ended up in one of your running mates getting a big play that we're going to talk about in just a minute.
Just a second.
But you had a pass breakup, and then you caused a fumble. Right, that's a big day. Those 3 are giant plays to go along with your 8 tackles. Where did that put him in the state of Texas now?
Oh, buddy, this is big. In the state of Texas, right now, our boy CJ is in the state.
Yeah, he is.
Number 8.
Number 8 in the entire state, regardless of classification, division, or region. That is phenomenal.
Number 8 right now, as we sit.
But not to be outdone, he is number 70 nationally.
In the nation, baby.
In total tackles.
In the good old U.S. of A., one of our guys is number 70 in total tackles.
The United States of America.
America.
That includes Alaska.
Merca.
That includes Hawaii. Merca.
Number
you
got
70.
It, CJ.
Like, CJ, you're just having a phenomenal season, and there's a reason why we joke and call you the dude. That's because, like, Salina Scouting Report called you the dude.
Yeah, we go back.
Right, they're like, hey, he's their dude, and he has been our dude all season long. And it's really cool to see how his numbers continue to add up, and that just shows, like, his motor. He's never going to quit. He's not going to stop.
Yep.
So proud of him.
Yeah, man. Three stickers. Number 35 on the board, and number 42.
Sir Blocks a lot.
We gonna call him out, man. We are so excited for Abram. Listen, Abram Greer, number 42. You led our team in tackles this week.
Yeah, you did.
13 total tackles on the game, man. You were everywhere. Listen, I will tell you, the energy you played with this week was absolutely infectious.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, it was fun.
Yes, sir.
I could just feel how much fun you were having out there. You were having a blast. So not only did you get the 13 tackles, you got a tackle for loss. You rushing and hurrying up that quarterback the way that you were. You got to hurry. And then when the dude gets his big old paw up in the air, deflects the pass, who's down there waiting on it?
Number 42.
That's right.
Red basket.
Sir Blocks-a-Lot did not block this time. He was the recipient of said block.
Sir Pix-a-Lot.
Well, now you got 2 names, Abram. Sir Blocks-a-Lot and Sir Pix-a-Lot. Number 42, you got the interception. Listen, every turnover was an absolute dagger in this game. It just hurts so bad when there's a turnover. The way that we felt on a couple of the kicks, they had to feel that sting 5 times. And it wasn't because they had the ball, right? It wasn't like you guys gave something up. It's you didn't ever have it, but they had it. They had control of it, and they gave up control 5 times. And Abram, you're a part of that. So, bud, you go up 3 stickers on the day for your performance. It was absolutely incredible. And we got one last guy.
Yeah, we do.
Come on now. He's got you all choked up.
I'm getting choked up over here talking about all these guys. Hey, number 99, Alex Martinez. Hey, take his sideline for me.
Listen, I'll tell you what. Alex did an incredible job. I was sitting in the stands for just a little bit of the first quarter. I was sitting next to my wife, and then I realized real quickly I can't sit in the stands. I can't sit. I got to be moving. I got to be walking around, and it's just I can't do it. But I was right behind his cheering squad. I think it had to be his family for sure. But man, it was so much fun watching you excel because you've been doing that. You've elevated your game towards the end of this season in ways that I don't know that we were aware of. I didn't know what kind of game you really had. But in the last few, you really stepped it up. And are you better? You want to tell him what he did?
Look, he had 3 tackles.
There you go.
But your sticker, Alex, is for your fumble recovery.
Yes, sir.
A big old fumble recovery right there towards the end of the game. Yeah. Just, making sure that nothing else was going to happen. I'm going to get this ball back. I'm going to get it for my offense, and we're going to go to the state semifinals.
State semis.
And like we said, our defense is so senior laden.
Yeah.
And you can see the determination and the desire by our seniors especially on our defense, on all of our whole team, but our defense, you can see the determination to say we're not going to let this ride end, and we're going to keep going. And Alex Martinez, you're a huge reason why that has happened. You have had an incredible playoff run. It's been so cool. Really, the last half of the season, Alex Martinez has come on
a whole different game. Yeah, whole different level of his game. And it's been fun. Guys, defense was amazing. Again, I mean, it's why we continually have a short field. It's why some of our offensive numbers don't look like some other teams out there, but our offensive guys are still putting up touchdowns. Like
they are.
They're doing what matters when it comes down to it. You just give them less yardage to have to cover. So
for sure.
Overall, great performance. You continue to dominate. You continue to excel, and we can't wait to see it into this next week. But before we get there, we got one last phase of the game. We're going to roll into special teams. Well, we got a couple things to talk about with special teams.
Yeah, we do.
I almost started off. Mr. Camden Schlick, number 85. Listen, we love talking about our kickers because when we do, it's because they were perfect.
Another day, another dollar because Camden Schlick is money.
money.
Not to be confused with cash money, Williams.
No, different kind of money.
But he's money.
But money nonetheless. Number 85, 5 for 5 on your PATs. That's what we're calling out. You get a sticker for those PATs going up on the board.
Yeah, it does.
Again, for keeping yourself 100% on those PATs, my man. But that wasn't
it. Real quick, I'm going to add on him. He was also 2 for 3 on field goals. So he had a couple of big field goals that really helped us out, that gave us that cushion going into half, kept it going. We had that field goal in the second half was our only score for quite a while, and that kept it at the distance we needed to be at to really have a comfortable lead. But hey, listen, number 15. I forgot who number 15 is. What's his name?
How do you forget? That's Jameson Adams.
Jameson Adams.
Yes,
okay.
Sir.
See, we haven't said his name a lot this season.
Oh, please.
Jameson Adams has a punt, and it's long snapped by some dude that wears number 7.
The man.
The myth.
The legend.
And that man, myth, legend, Grayson Stewart, runs down the field because you can't touch the long snapper at first. So usually the long snapper goes, they're gunning, they're going down the field, and he's getting down there and he downs that ball. On the 2-yard line?
Like on the 2-yard line, it was what an electric play at a time where, I mean, at this point we've pretty much got it in hand, but then it was in hand.
Not pretty much, we did.
Yeah,
but
yes.
You
never count it out. In games like this, you play to the very end. You play all 4 quarters. You play to like put them out. Like you
play to win the game.
The game. And that's till the final buzzer, man, till it's all over. We've talked about that all year long. And this team is finally putting together those kind of games.
They're putting together 4 quarters of dominant performance week in and week out, it feels like now. And this play is not like, while we're not necessarily putting a sticker up there for this play, we want to shout it out, right? And talk about how this is such a cool play. Like, we had this kind of play happen against Wilmer Hutchins. That's what set up that fumble recovery by Nickerson.
Yep.
And that touchdown by that guy number 15, Jameson Adams, in that game.
Again.
But this is characteristic of what championship football looks like.
Yeah.
You are full throttle, doing everything that it takes to win, doing everything that it takes to make sure your team comes out victorious, and that includes the long snapper, who is our middle linebacker, getting down and downing the punt that was punted by our strong safety.
By our safety, right? Yeah. I mean, it's just it's so
or
much
free
fun.
Safety.
It's changing. It's just changing the culture.
Yeah.
The coaches work hard to implement an ideal, a standard, right? And guys have to choose to be standard bearers.
Yes.
These guys chose that. They saw the assignment, they understood the assignment, and they're excelling at it. They are leading this team to the state finals. But to get there,
they got to go through a familiar foe.
Yep, they got to get through Decatur.
We're going to play Decatur Friday night at the C.H. Collins Athletic Complex in Denton.
Yes, sir.
We're excited.
Yeah, man. We're gonna have a little fun. Tell them what you did this week. What'd you do?
So I put in a request for some media passes. This is just fun for us, right? We had sideline passes for our home games this year. Away games, we would be up in the stands. But we were kind of I told him, Phil, this week, I said, hey, you know what I'm gonna try and do? I'm gonna try and get us some sideline passes. So Monday morning rolls around, and
our content created enough that they looked at it and said, all right, we'll give you media passes.
I also used the word vetting in the email.
Oh, now I got another big word alert.
I used the word vetting in the email. It was like, if using the word vetting doesn't give us some credibility, I don't know what does. That we're a legitimate So, anyways, we're excited. We're gonna be down on the sidelines, getting some photos, some videos to put into our video.
And I promise your boy will behave. Now that he's got a media pass, he's got to behave a little.
I mean, I can't bring my vuvuzela.
No, I can't bring
the band.
No, I don't get my cowbell. It's just got to be me and a camera.
We'll be there, gimbals in hand, getting some cool videos. We're going to be celebrating. We're going to have some fun. We're excited about it, but it's going to be at 7 p.m. kickoff.
7. A little earlier, y'all. Pay attention.
A little earlier, so leave your house about 45 minutes to an hour earlier than you would otherwise.
You know what I say? I say get off work a little early on Friday.
There's some cool spots to eat in Denton.
Yeah, man. Get off work a little early. Go get yourself an early dinner. Make sure you're there in plenty of time. That way you can just stroll right on over to that
early
stadium.
bird special at Luby's.
I mean, if you got to do it. If you got to eat at Luby's, go eat at Luby's.
And even any Luby's in?
No, but you just lost. Every football player on our team that watches this is like, what is a Luby's? Did anybody know what a Luby's is?
Hey. Listen, Linda.
Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda.
I think I may have just got it back. No, go get some food to eat. Like, really and truly, make it an event.
Yeah,
celebrate this. This is a historic run that we're on, and so we're excited for it. We're gonna be down on the sideline, be up in the stands, be ready to make some noise. Whether we stay there the whole game or not, we'll see. Down on the sidelines. We'll say the game. The whole game.
I'm like, I ain't leaving the game.
No, I'm talking about on the sideline. There may come a point where we feel like we need to go up and lose our voices.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But we're gonna be at that game. We expect you guys to be there. We brought. I think our side held 6,000 last week. It holds 6,000 this week. So let's bring 12.
Let's fill it up.
Let's bring
to
12,000.
overflowing.
I said it last time.
And you can bring all your noisemakers. So let's go and let's make a fun night of it. Let's show our support. Let's give these kids the kind of backing that they need, and let's get on it and do it in a really good way. Like this is a one-off opportunity. That's how we have to view it. That's how these kids have to view it. You know, it's the play that's in front of them that matters. It's the game that's in front of them that matters. You can't think about anything else until you take care of this business. If you do, it'll trap you. And we even as fans and parents and everything else, we can't make that mistake.
Right. Nothing else matters but Decatur.
Decatur is it. That's
Stay
the
focused. Goal. Lock in.
So what's that mean?
Coyotes on 3.
Let's do it.
1, 2, 3.
Go Coyotes.